Smelling the roses. Sometimes, in the hustle of trying to build a successful business, we forget to do that. We forget to just take a moment and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the moments we're in. To stop and smell the roses. Because the journey itself is just as good as the destination you're heading to. So if you're ready to find out more about smelling the roses on your journey, let's dive into it. Welcome back to the Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, your host. And let's dive into why it's so important to take a moment to enjoy the journey you're on. Right? We're so caught up in the hustle and bustle and accomplishing the next thing and what needs to be done and the finances and the logistics and all this that sometimes we just forget to enjoy the whole darn thing. And that's so important. The journey itself is the success, being able to enjoy the time you have, the things you're doing. That's the ultimate thing, because we're not promised tomorrow and yesterday's over. This moment right now is all we have. And so enjoying that time, enjoying the journey, trying to see the silver lining no matter what's going on, taking a moment each day and just being grateful for something, talking about something positive that happened in your day instead of dwelling on all the negatives that you could focus on. Roses still smell sweet in the storm, so you can focus on something good when things aren't the best. And when things are going good, of course, it's easier to focus on them. But when they're not, you still got to stop and be grateful that you're alive, that you get this opportunity, that you got another day to move forward, to improve even 1%. Because if you can't enjoy the moment, if you can't enjoy the journey, what's the point to get to the destination? Because once you get to the destination, you start a new journey to the next destination. And so you've got to be able to enjoy the journey. Otherwise, you're just rushing from destination to destination and you get burnt out. You get, you're not excited about what you do anymore. And then what's the point of building it in the first place? If you're not going to enjoy the process, enjoy the moments that it, creates for you, why are you really doing it? When we can focus on the journey in the now, the right now, because it's all we have, you can really shift your mindset. When you look out in the ocean, every wave is unique. And that wave never comes again. It's something different. And that's just like our days. Nothing is the same as you continue to build your business. It might feel monotonous. It might feel the same. But if you're enjoying the journey, you're enjoying the time, you're going to see little differences each day. And that's what you got to do. And the same thing with the ocean. As you look at it, it makes you feel so small. It reminds you that all your problems really aren't that big. We live in the greatest country in the world, no matter what they try to show you online or in the news. We have freedoms that no other country has. We have the abilities and the possibilities that many other countries don't have. But we just get bombarded with all the negative and bad stuff out there. You truly, your problems really aren't as bad as they seem. In a lot of people's eyes, you're richer than anyone they know. People from other countries. And so, seeing the journey, and seeing how blessed you are. We all have problems. We all have issues. There's all things going on. Trust me, even in my life. I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together. I don't have everything, just hunky-dory, right? But it's what I choose to focus on. It's the journey I focus on. I don't focus on all the negatives. Do I acknowledge them? Yeah, absolutely. Do I notice when things don't go according to how I want them to? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Do I get pissed off? Yeah. Am I upset when things don't go or I'm not, hitting certain metrics I want to each once? Yeah, definitely. But I only live in those moments for a moment or two. Because then I shift. And I look at the journey that, I've been able to build. And I get to spend time with my kids as much as I want. I get to spend time outside in the sun while, others are at a 9-to-5 job. It's a blessing. I'm not better than anyone. It's just part of the journey that I'm on right now that I'm grateful for. I've got to meet some amazing people that are now part of my team that do amazing work that I couldn't do without them. And, being able to support them the best I can and help them learn and improve. Now the experiences that I get to be a part of and places I get to go and people I've been able to see and meet, it outweighs all the bad. Because of that, I'm living a fuller life. because I wanted to, and I did what it takes to do that through the hard and through the difficult and through the, not so pretty moments. But I don't focus on that. I don't focus on the valleys as much. And I try not to, let myself get too high on the mountaintops either, right? But I just enjoy the journey. And I'm starting to learn that more and more, because that was hard for me. It's hard for me to just sit and for even a couple of minutes when I first started out to be able to, reflect on that. It was just go, 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 go. And it just tore me up because I wasn't where I wanted to be. I hadn't hit certain goals yet. And so it was like a negative spiral. But when I've finally matured and learned to sit and reflect on the journey, like I'm about to go after I record this, and just be grateful, that changes things. It doesn't make the bad seem as bad, and it makes the good, a little bit more sweeter. Reminds me that, those are just waves crashing and they'll be gone in a moment. And it's on to the next wave, whatever that looks like, good or bad. And so a person's perspective. So just live best you can, enjoying your journey, because we never know when ours will end. So why not enjoy it and have fun and, see positives and do your best and, let the not so good roll off your back. It is what it is. I learned that when I lived in Texas. It is what it is. That's all it is. And so enjoy your journey, and don't let it pass by, because it'll go quick. And I have kids, and it makes you realize that real fast. If you don't have kids, and you're wanting to, hopefully one day you do, but man, that puts that to truth right in front of you. Time flies. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the moments that you get, and don't let everything else distract you from right now, because this is it. This is what we got right now. So yeah, I hope this, motivated you a little bit, inspired you a little bit to kind of focus more on the journey at hand and not where you're trying to get to, because you'll get there soon enough. But if you enjoy the steps it takes to get there, the path it takes to get there, you'll be able to look back and say, man, those were some of the best years. Didn't matter how easy they were. Those are some of the best years, fun years. That way, 10 years from that moment, you can say the same thing about the next journey you're on. So focus on enjoying the journey, enjoying the now, and continue to go out there, elevate your life, elevate your brand, and we'll talk to you again soon.